You know, I didn't really know how to start out this video. I tried a whole bunch of different intros, and none of them really felt right. So we're just going to get right at the topic at hand. I'm sure you guys can see the title, and we're going to be talking about exclusive games, PS4 exclusive, Xbox exclusives, Switch exclusives. The reason a lot of people choose one system over the other. Now, for a lot of us, the exclusives matter a great deal. It's why we game on the PS4 the most, or why we game on the Xbox the most. It's the reason to choose the Switch over the other two. But do exclusives really matter? It's an argument I see across Twitter and the forums I visit on a daily basis. One group says, no, not really. It's the multiplats that are the drivers of the console business. The other group will say, no, the exclusives matter. You know, they sell the system. They separate it from its competitors. And I know a lot of people are on different sides of the argument. However, our good old buddy, Michael Pachter, recently said that PS4 and Xbox One exclusive games lineup don't make a difference anymore. What is going on, guys? Randall Thor 19, the man with the million, back again with another video. And Michael Pachter is up to his old tricks. He's trying to get more of that limelight, and this time he's talking about exclusive games and the significance of exclusives at this point in the console generation. Now, this article came out on Christmas Eve, the 24th, and the reason I waited till today to talk about it was because earlier, you might have missed it, I released my most anticipated games for 2018. And on that list, and in that list, out of the 15 games in there, 6 of them are exclusive. 4 from Sony, 2 from Xbox. However, we have Michael Pachter here saying that, well, they don't make that big of a difference anymore. So let's see what he has to say and have a discussion about it, because I think this is an interesting topic, and I know a lot of people out there have strong opinions regarding this, whether it's you're for or against. He goes on to say that there's too much emphasis on exclusives sometimes when comparing the lineup of God of War, Days Gone, Spider-Man, Detroit Become Human versus Xbox's slate of exclusives like State of Decay, Crackdown 3, and Sea of Thieves. He goes on to say, I think this late in the console cycle, I mean the consoles launched in 2013, who doesn't own one of them yet? Sony is something like 70 million, and Microsoft is 30 million. So I guess they're 2/3 of the way through. The only people who haven't bought a console yet who will buy one are working people or very young kids whose parents will get one for them. And I guess exclusives will bring some people back in who haven't played Mario in a while to the Switch, which is still new, but not something like Halo 6. If you like Halo, you got an Xbox One for Halo 5. Halo 6 will definitely sell a lot to its fan base who already own an Xbox One, but it's not going to drive new hardware sales. It's very different this late in the console cycle. So the reason I think Switch is so popular is that they launched 2 giant games, Zelda and Mario, 2 really good games with Mario Kart and Splatoon, and that's enough for Nintendo fans to say, I have to have this device, which is why the Switch is sold out. So there you go. There is his line of reasoning about why exclusives just don't make a difference anymore for the older consoles. You see what he did there? He's comparing PS4 and Xbox One since they came out in 2013. Basically saying, combined, Sony and Microsoft have sold 105 million consoles. 70 million for Sony, 35 million for Microsoft. Who doesn't own one of them yet, right? And he goes on to say the people who don't are really working people who don't have the cash or really not in the gaming that much, or kids who are just getting to the age to own these consoles. And both those kind of groups really don't have an allegiance to PlayStation or an allegiance to Xbox. They're just going to go where their friends are, right? And he mentions Halo 6. Halo 6 doesn't sell consoles anymore, especially a second Halo on the platform. In a similar way, a second Uncharted or something like that would be on PlayStation. If you are a Halo fan, or if you are an Uncharted fan, you already bought into both of these systems, and that is what he's saying right here in the article. Now, the Switch is a different story. The Switch is a brand new console. It launched 2 huge franchises this year, Zelda and Mario. So fans of the Nintendo platform and fans of Nintendo franchises had to go out and get those new experiences. So he's basically saying, towards the end of the life cycle, exclusives don't matter. But in the beginning of the life cycle, when it's new, they do matter because it makes the hardcore either want to purchase it right away or wait. But let's go on and read the rest of the article and see what he has to say. He says, don't underestimate the importance of exclusives like Halo to Microsoft roster. He says, to answer your question, yes, any Microsoft lineup with Halo in it is better than any Microsoft lineup without Halo. But for example, if they had Halo this year, I still would have said Nintendo wins by a mile. Mario and Zelda in the same year, I can't remember that happening ever. This year Nintendo won by a mile, but I can't expect them to do that next year. So he's basically talking about, from a financial aspect, that of course, Halo's their biggest franchise. Of course, the lineup's going to be better in a year where you have Halo versus a year where you don't have Halo. They're going to sell more copies of the game, so they're going to bring in more money. But Halo's a kind of tired franchise. There's been lots of them. You know, this Xbox One has been out for 4 years where the Switch is brand new, so people are going to gravitate to something that is brand new. That's what he's saying there. But he goes on to kind of even expand upon his thoughts a little bit more. He says, next year, Microsoft with Halo coming out. I think it's coming out. Well, you know, we don't know about that. I have a feeling it's not. Looks strong. And Sony's lineup looks fine. I mean, their lineup over the next several years looks good. But I don't think either their lineup or Microsoft makes a difference anymore. People have already made up their minds, and it was probably driven by, if I want early access to Call of Duty DLC, I'll buy a PlayStation. And a lot of fans, a lot of fanboys, I don't think they understand that point. You know, they see Horizon Zero Dawn, they see Sea of Thieves, they see Death Stranding, they see God of War, they see Forza Horizon 4 or whatever games on either platform, and they're like, these are the reasons you own this system. These are the reasons why I own this system, right? So therefore, everybody else must feel the same way as I do. But like Michael said, and I kind of agree with him, everybody's made up their mind already. People have bought the systems, right? All that are people buying it now are people price conscious, waiting for it to be $199 and lower. And they don't care about the exclusives, and they don't care about the brand attachment they have towards either console. Because honestly, if they did, they would have gotten the system already. What they care about is exactly what Michael said at the end of the article. It's basically like, where am I playing with my friends? Do I have early access to Call of Duty? I'm going to get it on PlayStation. Are all my friends playing multiplayer games on PlayStation? I'm going to get a PlayStation. Do all my friends play on Xbox? I'm getting Xbox. So he's making the argument that exclusives matter in the beginning of a generation, when the system is new, when you're supposed to use the exclusives as the argument to pick one or the other. But for new people just getting in, buying a system this year, buying a system next year, he's basically insinuating Halo, God of War, all these huge exclusives that us, the hardcore fan base, the hardcore fans, are looking forward to. Like I said, I had 4 Sony exclusives in my top 15 and 2 Xbox exclusives in the top 15. You know, there's some multiplat sprinkled out there, but I'm looking forward to the exclusive just as much as everybody else is. But he's saying that they don't make a difference because the people buying the systems now aren't buying them for the exclusive games. They're buying them for other reasons. And I think people lose sight of that fact. And don't take this video as me saying I don't think exclusives matter, because I think they do. I think they help vary your library and help hardcore gamers choose between which one to get. If Sony's exclusives appeal more to you, then you're going to get a PlayStation. If Xbox exclusives appeal more to you, you get an Xbox and Switch and so forth and so on. But we also got to look at who's buying these systems now at these cheap of prices. And you look at the install base of all these systems, 35 million for Xbox, 70 for PlayStation. You have Cuphead selling 1 million on Xbox. You have Horizon Zero Dawn selling 4 million or 5 million on PlayStation. The exclusives don't, like, You can just look at those numbers and basically tell people are looking for something else, right? There's more people who didn't buy Cuphead and who didn't buy Horizon Zero Dawn than did buy them. What those people want are basically, where can they play with their friends? The big multiplayer games. Where am I playing my friend with an Overwatch? Where am I playing with in Rainbow Six Siege? You know, what console is my parent buying me, basically? Where can I play Minecraft with my friends at? That is what Michael's talking about, and I agree with him. I agree with him that in the late end of the generation, the exclusives don't matter because the people buying the console, they're looking at it for price point and they're looking at it about, you know, where they can play with their friends. They don't care about the exclusives because if they cared, they would have bought it at the beginning of the gen. The only people who care about the exclusive arguments, that are arguing every single day on Twitter, that are typing furiously away in my comment section right now, or over at Resetter and all those places, are the hardcore fanboys, the ones who get emotionally invested in this whole fake console war that goes on, who makes up these giant lists, you know, with all the Sony exclusives on one side and all the Microsoft exclusives on one side and all the Switch exclusives on the other, and say, this one has more than the other, therefore this is the best one and you must play there. That argument only goes so far, and it's usually used at the beginning of a gen when it actually matters, when the hardcore buy it. But in the end of the generation, it doesn't. It doesn't really matter, because those are the people buying it aren't buying it for the same reasons we are. And I hope a lot of people take, you know, what I said in this video and don't go like, Ran hates exclusives, because that's not what I said. They matter. I think they just matter more at the beginning than they do at the end. But anyways, I thought this was an interesting topic, especially combined with my 2018 video I did earlier where I listed, hey, look at all these exclusives in my top 15. They matter to me, but Michael Pachter is saying they don't make a difference anymore. So it's pretty interesting stuff. Let me know, as always, what you think below. Is Michael Pachter right? Do exclusives not make a difference anymore this late in the gen, or do you think they always do? Make sure you let me know what you think in the comments below, and as always, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button, consider subscribing to the channel for more content, hit that notification bell so you're not always notified when I do drop new videos, because we have a bunch coming out this week. The top indie games will be coming out tomorrow, Game of the Year will be coming out on Thursday, so we got a whole bunch of different videos coming out, so hit that subscribe button, hit the notification button so you're always notified when those videos come out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And with that, I'll see everybody in the next video. Later, guys.